It was a dark and stormy night in a place that no human had ever seen. This was not Earth. This was not the world of the Kais. This was a secret place deep in the void between universes. The air was cold and heavy. 12 shadows stood in a circle. These were the most powerful beings in existence, besides the angels and the Grand Priest. These were the gods of destruction. Usually, they did not meet like this. Usually, they only met when the Grand Priest or the Omni King called them. But today was different. Today, they were hiding. They were scared. They were scared of one person. That person was not a god. He was not a demon. He was immortal. His name was Son Goku. Lord Beerus of Universe 7 looked at the other gods. He looked tired. His ears were down. He knew why they were all here. The tournament of power had just ended. It was a close call. Universes were erased. Billions of lives were lost and then brought back. It was chaos, and it was all because Goku wanted to fight strong guys. Goku was the one who reminded the Omni King about the tournament. Goku was the one who shook hands with the little blue king, who could wipe out everything in a second. To Goku, it was a game. To the gods, it was a nightmare. One of the gods spoke up. It was the mouse god, Quitela. He looked angry. He pointed a finger at Beerus. He said that this was all Beerus's fault. He said that Beerus let his mortal get too strong and too comfortable with the kings of everything. He said that next time, Goku might do something even more stupid. Next time, maybe there would be no tournament. Maybe the Omni King would just erase everyone because Goku annoyed him. The other gods nodded. They agreed. The clown god, Belmod, spoke next. He said that Goku had reached a level of power that gods should only have. He had mastered Ultra Instinct. He had surpassed many of them in raw skill. A mortal who is stronger than a god and friends with the Omni King is a recipe for disaster. Beerus tried to defend Goku. He said that Goku was a good guy. He said that Goku saved all the universes by winning the trust of the Omni King. He said that without Goku, maybe the Omni King would have erased the weak universes anyway. But the other gods did not care about that. They only cared about safety. They cared about order. They said that Goku was a loose cannon. He was a ticking time bomb. They gave Beerus a choice. They said that Beerus had to fix this problem. If Beerus did not fix it, they would all go to the Grand Priest and complain. They would say that Universe 7 is dangerous and needs to be erased for the safety of others. Beerus knew they were serious. He looked at their faces. He saw fear. Fear makes people do bad things. Fear makes gods do terrible things. Beerus asked them what they wanted him to do. He could not kill Goku. If he killed Goku, the Omni King would ask where his friend went. If the Omni King found out Beerus killed Goku, Beerus would be erased instantly. The other gods knew this too. They had a plan. They did not want Goku dead. They just wanted him gone. They wanted him locked away where he could not talk to the Omni King and where he could not cause any more trouble. They suggested a prison. But no normal prison could hold Goku. He could teleport. He could break walls. He could scream and open dimensions. Then Beerus thought of something. He remembered a place on Earth. It was called the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. It was a special dimension. Time moved differently there. One day outside was like 1 year inside. If the door was destroyed from the outside, the person inside would be trapped forever in a white void of nothingness. It was perfect. The Omni King would think Goku just went away on a long training trip. He would eventually forget about him, and the multiverse would be safe. Beerus agreed to the plan. He felt a little bad, but he was a god of destruction. His job was to maintain balance. One life was not worth the destruction of all universes. He left the meeting and traveled back to Universe 7. He went straight to Earth. He did not go to Goku. He went to the one person who could help him. He went to Vegeta. Vegeta was training in his gravity room at Capsule Corp. He was sweating and breathing hard. He was trying to get stronger. He was always trying to catch up to Goku. Suddenly, the gravity machine exploded. The walls crumbled. Vegeta jumped out ready to fight. He saw Lord Beerus floating there. Beerus looked serious. He was not looking for pudding. He was not looking for pizza. He had a cold look in his eyes. Vegeta bowed. He asked what Lord Beerus wanted. Beerus told Vegeta to follow him to a quiet place. They flew to a wasteland far away from the city. Beerus landed on a rock. Vegeta landed in front of him. Beerus crossed his arms. He told Vegeta everything. He told him about the meeting with the other gods. He told him about the fear they had of Goku. He told him that Goku was a danger to everyone. Vegeta listened. He did not say a word. He just clenched his fists. Then Beerus told him the plan. He said they had to lock Goku in the hyperbolic time chamber. He said Vegeta had to be the one to do it. Vegeta's eyes went wide. He shouted at Beerus. He said he would never do that. Goku was his rival. Goku was his brother in arms. They fought together. They bled together. They were the last pure Saiyans. Vegeta said he would rather die than betray Kakarot like a coward. Vegeta powered up. His hair turned blue. He rushed at Beerus. He punched and kicked with all his might. But Beerus did not even move his feet. He blocked Vegeta's punches with one finger. He looked bored. He slapped Vegeta away. Vegeta crashed into a mountain. The mountain shattered. Vegeta got up, bleeding. He tried again. He used his final flash attack. A huge beam of yellow energy shot towards Beerus. Beerus just blew on it like it was a candle. The attack vanished. Beerus appeared in front of Vegeta instantly. He grabbed Vegeta by the neck and lifted him up. Vegeta struggled. He could not breathe. Beerus looked him in the eye. He spoke very quietly. He said that if Vegeta did not help him, he would destroy Earth right now. He said he would start with Bulma. Then he would kill Trunks. Then he would kill Bulla. Then he would blow up the whole planet. Vegeta stopped struggling. His eyes filled with tears. He thought about Bulma holding their baby daughter. He thought about Trunks laughing. He thought about his promise to protect his family. He looked at Beerus. He saw that the god was not lying. Beerus would really do it. Vegeta had a choice. He could save his pride and his friend, or he could save his wife and children. For Vegeta, there was only one choice. He dropped out of his Super Saiyan form. He nodded slowly. He would do it. The next day, the sun was shining. It was a beautiful day. Goku was working in the field. He was driving his tractor. He was bored. He wanted to train. Suddenly, he felt a power level approaching. It was Vegeta. Goku smiled. He stopped the tractor and waved. Vegeta landed next to him. Vegeta looked different today. He was stiff. He did not look Goku in the eye. Goku asked Vegeta what was up. He asked if Vegeta wanted to spar. Vegeta nodded. He said yes. He said that he found a new way to get stronger. He said they needed to go to the hyperbolic time chamber to master it without distractions. Goku was excited. He loved the time chamber. He loved training. He did not suspect a thing. He thought Vegeta was just being his usual grumpy self. Goku shouted to Chi-Chi that he was going training and would be back later. He did not know that he would not be coming back. They flew to the lookout. They saw Dende and Mr. Popo. Dende looked at Vegeta. He sensed that something was wrong. Vegeta's energy felt sad and dark, but Vegeta gave Dende a look that said, "Be quiet." Dende was scared of Vegeta, so he did not say anything. Mr. Popo led them to the door of the time chamber. Goku stretched his arms. He was so happy. He said he couldn't wait to see how strong they would get. He asked Vegeta if they should bring food. Vegeta said no. He said he had capsules with food inside the chamber already. This was a lie. There was no food, but Goku believed him. Goku trusted Vegeta with his life. Goku opened the heavy door. A blast of hot, dry air hit them. Inside, it was just endless white. It was empty. It was lonely. Goku walked in. He turned around and smiled at Vegeta. He told Vegeta to hurry up and come in. Vegeta stood at the door. He did not move. He looked at Goku. For a second, Goku saw sadness in Vegeta's eyes. Goku was confused. He asked Vegeta what was wrong. Vegeta did not answer. He raised his hand. His palm was facing Goku. Energy started to gather in his hand. It was a bright yellow light. Goku tilted his head. He thought Vegeta was starting the training right away. He got into his fighting stance. He laughed and said he was ready. But Vegeta did not aim at Goku. He aimed at the doorway. He aimed at the mystical dimension that held the room together. Vegeta screamed. It was a scream of pain and regret. He fired a massive blast. The blast hit the entrance. The structure exploded. The door shattered into a million pieces. The connection between the earth and the time chamber was broken. Goku's eyes went wide. He saw the door crumbling. He saw Vegeta on the other side, looking down. Then the image faded. The light went out. Goku was alone in the white void. The way out was gone. On the outside, smoke filled the room. Mr. Popo and Dende were coughing. When the smoke cleared, the door was gone. There was only a blank wall. Vegeta stood there. His hand was still raised. He was shaking. He lowered his hand. He did not say anything to Dende. He walked out of the temple. He flew away as fast as he could. He flew to the wasteland and screamed. He screamed until his voice was gone. He punched the ground until his hands bled. He had saved his family, but he had lost his soul. Inside the chamber, Goku stood still. He stared at the spot where the door used to be. It was just white now. He touched the air. It was solid. He could not feel Vegeta's energy anymore. He could not feel the earth. He could not feel anything. He was confused. He thought maybe it was a mistake. Maybe Vegeta missed. Maybe the door just broke by accident. He waited. He waited for a few minutes. Then he waited for an hour. He shouted Vegeta's name. He shouted for Dende. No one answered. The silence was loud. It hurt his ears. Goku started to get hungry. He looked for the food capsules Vegeta talked about. He ran around the white void. He searched everywhere near the entrance area. There was nothing. No food, no water. Just the endless white floor and the endless white sky. Goku sat down. He scratched his head. He tried to think. Why would Vegeta do this? Vegeta was his friend. They were rivals, but they were friends. Vegeta was a good guy now. He wouldn't trap Goku here on purpose. Goku told himself that Vegeta would come back. Maybe he went to get Bulma to fix the door. Yeah, that must be it. Bulma can fix anything. Vegeta just broke it by accident because he was too excited to train. Goku laughed a little nervously. He lay down on the floor to sleep. He would wait. Outside the chamber, days passed. On Earth, everything was normal. The sun rose and set. People went to work. But at Capsule Corp, the mood was heavy. Vegeta sat on his balcony. He stared at the sky. He did not eat. He did not train. Bulma asked him where Goku was. Vegeta ignored her. He could not look her in the face. He felt like dirt. Lord Beerus came to visit. He was eating pizza. He told Vegeta good job. He said the multiverse was safe now. He said Vegeta was a hero. Vegeta looked at Beerus with hate in his eyes. He told Beerus to get out. Beerus just laughed and flew away. He didn't care if Vegeta was mad. The job was done. Back inside the chamber, time was moving much faster. A few days on Earth was a few years inside. Goku had been waiting for what felt like weeks. He was starving. His stomach hurt so bad. He was thirsty. His throat was dry like sand. He had searched the entire area again and again. There was no way out. Goku started to panic. He powered up. He turned Super Saiyan. The golden light lit up the white void. He fired a Kamehameha wave at the spot where the door was. The blast hit the nothingness and exploded. It did nothing. The white void didn't even scratch. He went Super Saiyan 2. He fired again. Nothing. He went Super Saiyan 3. His long hair flowed down his back. He screamed and punched the dimension. The dimension shook a little, but it did not break. He fell to his knees. He was out of breath. He was so hungry he could barely stand. He reverted to his base form. He lay on his back and looked up. He thought about Chi-Chi. She would be mad that he was late for dinner. He thought about Gohan and Goten. He missed them. Tears formed in his eyes. He wiped them away. Saiyans don't cry. But he was scared. For the first time in a long time, Goku was genuinely scared. Not of a villain, not of a monster, but of being alone. Of dying alone in a white box where no one would ever find him. As the weeks turned into months inside the chamber, Goku's body began to get weaker. He survived by drinking the condensation that formed on the edges of the room when the temperature changed. But there was no food. His body was eating itself. His muscles were shrinking. His ribs were showing. He was dying. But his mind was active. He was thinking about Vegeta. He replayed the moment in his head 1,000 times. The look in Vegeta's eyes, the blast, the lie about the food. It wasn't an accident. Goku realized it slowly. It wasn't a mistake. Vegeta did it on purpose. Vegeta trapped him here to die. Why? Was he jealous? Did he hate Goku that much? Goku couldn't understand. He thought they were brothers. The betrayal hurt more than the hunger. It felt like a knife in his heart. His best friend had buried him alive. Meanwhile, on Earth, Gohan was getting worried. It had been days since he saw his dad. Goku sometimes disappeared to train, but he usually told someone. Gohan flew to his mom's house. Chi-Chi was pacing around the kitchen. She said Goku hadn't come home for dinner in 3 days. That was impossible for Goku. He never skipped meals. Gohan flew to Capsule Corp. He found Vegeta in the garden. Vegeta was just sitting there, looking at the grass. Gohan landed. He asked Vegeta if he knew where his dad was. Vegeta didn't answer right away. He stayed silent for a long time. Then he said, "He's gone, Gohan. Don't look for him." Gohan was confused. "What do you mean gone? Is he with Lord Beerus? Is he training?" Vegeta stood up. He turned his back to Gohan. "I said he is gone. He isn't coming back. Go home and take care of your family." Gohan felt a chill run down his spine. He knew Vegeta. He knew when Vegeta was hiding something. Gohan got angry. He grabbed Vegeta's shoulder. "Where is my father, Vegeta?" Vegeta shrugged Gohan's hand off. He walked away. "I did what I had to do," Vegeta whispered. Gohan knew something terrible had happened. He flew to the lookout. He found Dende. Dende was crying. Dende told Gohan everything. He told him that Vegeta brought Goku here and destroyed the door. He told him Goku was trapped inside forever. Gohan fell to his knees. He screamed. His dad was trapped. He was alone. Gohan knew about the time chamber. He knew about the time dilation. If Goku had been in there for 3 days on Earth, that meant he had been in there for 3 years. 3 years with no food. 3 years with no one to talk to. Gohan stood up. His face was hard. He had to save him. He didn't care about the gods. He didn't care about the rules. He had to save his dad. He flew back down to Earth. He picked up Goten. He told Goten that Dad was in trouble. They needed the Dragon Balls. They gathered the Dragon Radar. They flew around the world at top speed. They found the balls in 1 hour. They brought them to a quiet island. Gohan summoned Shenron. The sky turned black. The giant green dragon appeared. "I shall grant you any wish," the dragon boomed. Gohan shouted, "Shenron, please bring my father, Son Goku, back to Earth. He is stuck in the hyperbolic time chamber." Shenron's eyes glowed red. He was silent for a moment. Then he spoke. "I cannot grant that wish." Gohan was shocked. "Why not?" "The hyperbolic time chamber is a separate dimension," Shenron explained. "The door has been destroyed. The path is closed. My power cannot reach into a sealed dimension to pull someone out. It is beyond my limits." Gohan panicked. "No, there has to be a way. Can you fix the door?" "I cannot fix the door from this side," Shenron said. "The connection must be established from both sides." Gohan looked at Goten. Goten was crying. They were running out of time. If they couldn't bring him out, Goku would die of hunger. Gohan had to think fast. He had to make sure his dad survived until they could find a way to open the door. Even if it took years. Even if it took centuries. "I have another wish," Gohan shouted. "Shenron, make my father, Son Goku, immortal. Make it so he cannot die of hunger, thirst, or old age. Make him live forever so he can survive in there." Shenron's eyes glowed again. "That is within my power. But are you sure? Immortality is a heavy curse." "Just do it," Gohan screamed. "Your wish is granted," Shenron boomed. His eyes flashed. Inside the white void, Goku was lying on the floor. He was a skeleton. He could not move. His eyes were closing. He was ready to die. He took one last breath. Suddenly, a warm light covered his body. The pain in his stomach vanished. His strength returned. His muscles filled out. He stood up. He felt energy rushing through him. He wasn't hungry anymore. He wasn't thirsty. He felt powerful. He looked at his hands. He didn't know what happened, but he knew he wasn't going to die. He was trapped. He was alone. But he had time. A lot of time. Goku looked at the white wall where the door used to be. His face changed. The goofy smile was gone. The innocent look was gone. His eyes turned sharp and cold. He clenched his fist. "Vegeta," Goku whispered. "You locked me in here. You wanted to get rid of me, but you made a mistake. You didn't kill me." Goku began to power up. The ground shook. The white sky cracked. "I will get out of here," Goku said to the empty world. "And when I do, I will find you. I will find all of you." He sat down in the lotus position. He closed his eyes. He began to meditate. He wasn't training to win a tournament anymore. He wasn't training to protect the Earth. He was training for war. He was training to break the universe that betrayed him. The years began to pass. 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. Inside the chamber, the hero died, and something else was born. Watch the next episode to see what happens to Goku after 1,000 years of isolation.